Imagine you are invited to visit a building that you never seen it. What is your first insight about that? Of course, it's design. Therefore, what I suggest you to have a CV with a nice design, which is related to your profession. But what makes a nice design? Yes, integrity in fonts. For an instance, like a newspaper, they don't use different fonts, but they use one bold and underneath of that for explanation without bold. I suggest you to use Calibri bold for heads and non-bold for explanations with 10 or 9 in size. Attention to the justifications. Your CV content should be justified from left or right to bring a disciplined view for you. Your picture. You need to have a nice and clear picture from yourself with the right position and angle, and not using picture that you take in workshop, ceremony or in a street. Of course, these are the points will extremely reduce your chance to being take attention. Note number 2. Okay, that was for the first insight, but what you want to see and enjoy if you enter to that building? Of course, it's content. For an instance, if you put TV in entrance of building, it will be fail, of course. But how can I be sure my CV has the right content? If you ask me, as I had a chain of study, tries, review of CVs, and I sorted out categories of content with below sort. You must have a cover page, of course. First note is having a cover page that indicates stories about yourself and your strengths, your profession in the cover page. First, you mention your name, your contact detail, important note like if you have availability in visas in same country or other country, your email, your date and year, and then next you will write a short explanation that who you are, how many years of experiences you have, and in which field that you obtained that experiences. You will write about your recent role, project name and its location. Here is a really important note you must mention about your soft skill. If you don't know about soft skill, don't worry about that. Be with us, we will teach you. Then your communication style, your time management ways, your ability to be productive in hard time, or let's name it challenging times. And the next point is, as much as possible, make a link between the job requirements and your abilities. Such as this note, I'm proficient in the design process, which is linked with your demand in job requirements. And lastly, and important or even vital to mention is why you are applying for job. For an instance, you can mention, as my study and as my experiences is highly in line with the company goal targets, I would be a part of the team to also earn and share the knowledge. Note number 3. We talk about design, content, cover page, but it's time of CV itself. How we can have an effective CV that can make a difference and take attention for us. An effective picture of you will really help. I also indicated that where you can put it. After that, you mention your name, then your profession, then your university degree, and then your contact detail. Email, for sure, your LinkedIn page, which later on we will discuss how to have a LinkedIn profile. After this section, you need to add summary of what tools or what ability you have that can fit for the specific job. For an instance, I'm experienced in project management, team leading, controlling project, and delivering a scope within time and cost frame of defined. After this summary, it's time for skills. Course that you obtain. Absolutely, here you need to have something about soft skills and research indicating that more than 10 million jobs requiring soft skills. Next part is turn for your experiences. As you can see here, first we mention name of company, country and city, project name, and finally your role. But also I will give a clear explanation that please do not just add lines what you did in that company, and instead just write what you achieved. For an instance, instead of writing just controlling budget, I would mention I was responsible for controlling budget, which I had several negotiations with supplier and contractor, which leads saving of 500,000 euros in the budget. Or instead of writing team lead, I would write by leading team to understand what is the goal of the project and what is the timeline. In any meeting, we found critical paths that would lead deadline, and we saved slots that would be lost in time. After you finish with your storytelling about what you achieved in the company, you can mention why you are leaving that company. Perhaps you are finishing that project. You list your other job in case of you had same as above, with sorting from last to oldest one. And then the next part is about your ability to speak in different languages. Just sort them. Before last part, if you would like to mention your university, field of study, and place of university, that can take consideration of human resource. And last part is about your life status, and short explanation and adding references here, but you are also free to mention references can be shared in case of request. Here we discussed 3 golden notes: design, content, and effectiveness about CV, and detail them more. Thanks for your time.